Beaumont, Texas, for live coverage of the North American Boxing Championships. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Schenkel, and the significance of this tournament goes beyond the North American Championships because the winners here today automatically qualify for the World Cup tournament later this fall in Seoul, Korea, the most prestigious international tournament of the year. And of course, a step toward a dream of each of these fighters, the 1988 Seoul Olympic Games. Well, the team title is on the line as well here in this championships. The United States defending champion, having defeated powerful Cuba 1983 in Houston. Now, after 7 bouts here in Beaumont, Texas, the United States is in the lead with 21 points. Puerto Rico and Canada each have 14. And as you can see, the Cuban team is not here because they say of an obligation they have to a tournament in Europe. Well, we're ready now to go to the 119-pound class, the bantamweights. So for the introduction, let's go to the ring announcer, John Dennis Olson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 8th bout of the afternoon is in the 118-pound category. In the red corner, representing Puerto Rico, Jose Rodriguez. And in the blue corner, representing the United States of America, Bernard Price.
Bernard Price of Muncie, Indiana, the United States amateur champion, victor twice at the National Sports Festival, has not fought here. He's in the finals on a bye, going against a very tough fighter from Puerto Rico, Jose Rodriguez, another 18-year-old. And this is a man that in the semifinals defeated Cesar Brito of the Dominican Republic, knocking him down 3 times, automatically stopping the bout, one of the international amateur boxing rules. They're in an 18-by-18 ring, and southpaw Bernard Price of Muncie got the attention of Rodriguez early with a solid punch. And there's another one. Bernard Price, he's one of those bright prospects on a powerful United States team as they look toward 1988 and Seoul, Korea. Rodriguez, with a lot of experience, has been boxing for 9 years. He fought in the Los Angeles Games, losing in the 2nd round. So he is more experienced, sort of got a peekaboo style. Their 20-point must-scoring system is in use. 5 international judges looking on. The referee is in the ring only to see that the bout is conducted properly. His name is Thornberry, and he is from Peru. This is the first round, and in amateur boxing, they're asked to go 3 3-minute rounds. 10-ounce gloves, mandatory, the headgear, the top shirt, and the protective cup. 3 standing 8s in a round, or bout is automatically stopped. 4 overall, it is stopped. Well, a good right hand by Rodriguez, only to be answered by a solid left hook to the chin. Good combination puncher is southpaw Bernard Price. He's 5 feet 5 inches tall, 2 inches shorter than Rodriguez of Puerto Rico. And now Rodriguez is in trouble, and rightfully so. Thornberry of Peru, a safety valve, a standing 8 count, the first of the bout here in the first round, late in the first round. Bernard Price, one of the heavy punchers, and I'm surprised how sharp he is because he has not fought since the National Sports Festival. The bye here, he just sat around and watched his teammates in the semis, and 3 of them earlier win today, putting the United States on top 21 to Canada and Puerto Rico's 14. 5 Americans, including Price, yet to go, and should one of the 5 win, the United States will again clinch the team title. There's another hard left hand. Oh, a right uppercut, and a solid left to the chin. A flurry of punches, and Rodriguez is in trouble, hanging on with less than 30 seconds remaining in round 1. 119-pounders, the bantamweights. To a neutral corner goes Price. Now it's the second standing 8 count. And the clock, of course, is stopped. And now it is started. 1 more in this round, the fight would automatically be over. The knees buckled again as Price puts on the pressure. Wisely, Rodriguez of Puerto Rico trying to duck. Now he's just a punching bag. Look at Price from Muncie, Indiana. What a southpaw. Does he have determination? Well, they'll get a 1-minute rest in 5 seconds here in Beaumont, Texas, live. Here on ABC's Wide World of Sports, if you just joined us, we're live. We're at the 119-pound weight classification, bantamweights. On the right is southpaw Bernard Price of Muncie, Indiana, one of the stars of the United States team, going against Jose Rodriguez of Puerto Rico. There were 2 standing 8 counts. Tacked on Rodriguez as he was shaken up badly both times. Could have almost been another, as Price now is taking his time, just looking for the opening to try to get the 1-2, the combination, or the lone left hand through on the chin and end it all. The United States leading 21 points to Puerto Rico's 14. Canada tying Puerto Rico with 14. Canada with 3 fighters yet on the card. Puerto Rico with 1 after Rodriguez. The United States has 4 more. The referee is Thornberry of Peru. Price has slowed down the pace. He was furious in the last minute of round 1, and now Rodriguez is coming back, undoubtedly with his condition. But there he's knees buckling again with the left hand. Rodriguez, who had a tremendously good bout in the semifinals a couple of nights ago when he knocked down the Dominican Republic bantamweight. He's very skilled, and he doesn't show too much effect from the 2 standing 8 counts that he took in the round 1. Price has slowed down the pace. Now he's getting the 1-2s in, the right and the left. Now there's a big mouse under the left eye of Rodriguez of Puerto Rico in the light blue trunks, who's using all of this 18 by 18 ring. And he should, because Bernard Price of Muncie is looking for the shot. But in turn, he has to be careful. There's one that put him back on his heels. Has some of the sting going out of Price's punches. Watch Price's defensive ability. Ducking, slipping, falling inside the punches thrown by Rodriguez. The judges look for cleanly landed punches in scoring the bouts. Coming up to the 22nd mark of round 2. Price has left Rodriguez off the hook. He may pay for it in the 3rd and last round, which will come up after a 1-minute rest. As Price fights Koukouras, along with Garland, Johnson, and Stevens, his teammates cheer him on into the final round as he goes against Jose Rodriguez of Puerto Rico, who took 2 standing 8 counts in the first round by the referee Thornberry of Peru. In the second round, Price, who was really in charge in the first round, allowed Rodriguez to shake all the cobwebs, if they were there, and score some points of his own. Now here in the 3rd and final, Rodriguez will let out all the stops because he'll need to have an early inning in order for him to win. Rodriguez now taking over the lead, taking it away from Price. Price keeps throwing punches, but they are wild and inaccurate. Good left hook high on the cheek of Price of the United States. Appears that Price is tiring. Mouth now open. Very often one of the signs. Pretty hard to get your second win over the 3-round distance. Round 2, and now early in the 3rd round, the steam is gone from the punches. But one thing for sure, Price is getting a good workout from the Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico, Canada, and the United States each qualified 8 boxers for the 24-man final that started this afternoon here in Beaumont. And after 7 bouts, the United States with 21 points, earning 3 on a gold medal win, leading Canada and Puerto Rico each with 14 points. So a win right here could clinch the team title for the USA. Thornbury of Peru, the referee, doing one of his better jobs as the 5 international judges look on. Stockdale, Samudio, Bradley, Lima, and Perez. And Price just rocked. But even though he's tied up, he keeps punching away, and that's what you want to do. Solidly landed punches. That does the scoring. Now, with 26 seconds to go, Price wants to get it over with. He's had his workout. Rodriguez should be able to last it. He's a very fine fighter, as we indicated. He got to the second round of the Los Angeles Olympic Games, then losing. College student from Las Piedras in Puerto Rico. It's about over. There it is. So in the 8th bout, Bernard Price and Jose Rodriguez. And we'll return to the Civic Center at Beaumont, Texas, North American Championships for the decision of this bantamweight bout. But first, Colonel Don Hull holds the plaque to the victor. Let's find out who will hold it now as we go to the ring announcer, John Olson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner on points in the blue corner, Bernard Price.
So Bernard Price has made the roster of the North American team that will compete in the World Cup 1st of November in Seoul, Korea. That wraps up this competition for Price, with the United States now with a team lead of 24 points. They have clinched it, and his teammates are all happy. The United States is a team victor, but more goals at stake. Darrick Robinson will next go against Asif Dar of Canada. We'll be back for that bout. Lightweight division, 132 pounds. To meet the fighters, here's ring announcer John Olson.
The 9th bout of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is in the 132-pound division. Boxing out of the red corner, representing Canada, Asif Dar. And in the blue corner, representing the United States, Darrick Robinson.
Okay, and now bringing them to the center of the ring is the referee from Puerto Rico, Angel Maldonado, with Lima, Perez, Samudio, Thornbury, and Stockdale, the 5 international judges. Darrick Robinson, an exciting United States fighter, outlasted Fernando Maldonado of Puerto Rico, 3 rounds of unanimous decision to get into the finals. Asif Dar from Pakistan, now living in Canada, is a 19-year-old who's been boxing for 9 years. He represented Pakistan at the Los Angeles Olympic Games. He was defeated in his first bout. But his coaches tell me that he's a boxer-puncher. Robinson may be the most determined of all 12 United States fighters. He just won't give up. He's from St. Louis, Missouri, 19 years old. Of course, won the National Sports Festival, which qualified him for the United States team here, which incidentally, with Bernard Price's victory in the last bout, the United States team has successfully defended its team title in the North American tournament. Yet to fight Kevin Bryant, Daryl Lattimore, and Michael Bent of the USA. 2 good punches by Dar of Canada. Canada and Puerto Rico are tied with 14 points apiece. So Dar's performance here, along with 2 other Canadians, important to see who finishes second. This is really only the second international competition for Darrick Robinson on the right of St. Louis. Fought only against Finland, and he won the gold medal. Has competed in Golden Gloves, national amateurs, with quite a bit of success, but was at his best at the National Sports Festival. And won against Hungary in recent international competition. Not jabbing as much as he normally does. just 2 nights ago, that would be less than 48 hours, Darrick Robinson, in that victory over Fernando Maldonado, it was a full 3 rounds of action. And perhaps he is still tired. He's only 19, but even takes teenagers time to recover. But you can rest assured that he'll give it his best shot here against Darr, with less than 30 seconds remaining in round 1. Darr, very confusing southpaw now. Darr in the red trunks is one of 12 children. They'll get a 1-minute rest in 5. And team members from our neighbors to the north, Canada, cheering on Asif Darr as he goes against United States' Darrick Robinson. Very, very close first round. Robinson was rather tentative, and it may be as a result of a tough semifinal bout on Thursday night. Asif Darr is in here on a bye, so he has just been watching and resting. Canada tied with Puerto Rico at 14 points. The United States with 24 has clinched the team title. But for the Canadians and Puerto Ricans, this is a big bout. Canada with 2 other fighters yet to compete. Puerto Rico with only 1. Asif Darr now back to a right-hand stance. First right, then southpaw. Darrick Robinson, he's got, he gives you a frontal target. Both of them do. Look how square they are to each other. Like the first round, very, very even. The 20-point must. The winner of the round must get 20 points. The loser, less than 20. And now Asif is back to the southpaw stance. Looks very comfortable in either. Sort of probing now, just pawing with what would be a right jab. Just flicking it out, trying to keep Robinson off balance. Darrick seems to be pacing himself very well, looking for an opening. Hard to find. But he landed a good left hook on the chin of Darr, who comes back with a fairly good body punch, partially blocked. Maldonado doing a fine job. He's the Puerto Rican referee. Darr gets in another good right. You probably saw the previous one. It was solid. Well, I guess Darr knows when to go from right to left-handed. Well, there's a right-hand lead from an orthodox stance. And of course, that's some of the strategy, is trying to upset your opponent, keep him off balance, confusing. And Robinson is not looking his best. He's a much better fighter than you're seeing in there today, with less than 30 seconds to go in round 2. Darr, a tough opponent, willing opponent. Good right hand by Robinson. But look at Darr, how tough he is. Came right back. Another right. I don't think you're going to knock Darr down unless you hit him with the ring post. Coming up to the 5-second mark of round 2. These are lightweights. All right. After getting advice from Roosevelt Sanders, the head coach of the United States team, and Ken Wagner, or rather Ken Hayes from Wagner, Oklahoma, they told him to pick up the pace. Darrick Robinson in the blue trunks, going against Asif Darr of Canada. National champion in Canada 3 times, 82, 83, and 85. Now something is loose. It's the lacing that brings the headgear, the mandatory headgear, together at the top. And of course, the clock is stopped. And it's probably another little breather now. Roosevelt Sanders, there's the United States head coach. Since the lacing, like shoelacing, has torn at the top, ever resourceful, Roosevelt Sanders from Colorado Springs brings it together now with a piece of, yes, good old adhesive tape. It's used for many reasons, isn't it? And, of course, Asif Dar of Canada is taking advantage of the rest, just sort of limbering up his legs and arms, keeping warm, and now the clock started once again. This is the final round, and it could be the deciding round. Perhaps Dar eking out more points in the second round. The United States lightweight, Robinson in the first, so this could be the decider. More toe-to-toe than it's been thus far. And sticking to his right-hand stance as the crowd here in Beaumont, Texas goes to the Olympic chant. With the team title already to their credit, they want more gold medals in the individual competition. Robinson is really trying to find the right combination to not only score more points, but to get rid of Dar. Today, I don't think he has enough punching power to do it. Halfway point of the third and final. His punches are more slapping punches. But look at him try. The willingness, the determination. Darrick Robinson of St. Louis, and of course from Canada, Asif Dar, living in Scarborough, Ontario. They have never met before. You'd think this was a grudge battle the way they're going at it here now. The final minute of the fray. Two good ones, and Dar comes right back. Here, 6. Robinson just got caught with a humdinger, but comes right back. Darrick Robinson has to be dead tired, but he has all the determination in the world. Less than 30 seconds. Fans are on their feet. What a performance by Asif Dar of Canada. Ken Napper of the Canadian team told me that Dar would not quit. Keeps coming. Good left hook by Dar. What beautiful camera work, showing you all the punches. Those that are blocked and those that score. Slow action earlier. Look at this. Darrick Robinson of St. Louis, a graduate of Beaumont High School in 1984, a National Sports Festival winner, trying to make the North American team that will compete later this fall in Seoul, Korea, the World Cup competition. The same goal of Asif Dar, the 19-year-older from Pakistan originally. In fact, he won the Pakistani championship in 1984. And he failed to make the Canadian Olympic team, so he went back to Pakistan and made it, but lost in his first bout. Well, next Saturday, representing that country. Now, let's get what should be a close decision. Here is John Olson. John Olson, the ring announcer, off here to my right, is waiting on the last of the 5 international judges' cards. He has them now and ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner on points in the red corner, Asif Dar.
All right, Asif Dar on a split decision, 3-2, upsets Darrick Robinson, adds 3 points for Canada. City of Beaumont Civic Center, third round of the welterweight weight division. From the United States in the blue trunks, a charging Daryl Lattimore from Washington, D.C. A much taller Dewitt Frazier, a Canadian champion, born in the island of Jamaica, who has been showing his defensive skills. Also, his counter-punching skills. There have been no knockdowns. The only damage is a split lower lip on the part of Dewitt Frazier of Canada. And incidentally, with Asif defeating Darrick Robinson of the United States, Canada has clinched second in the North American Championships. Earlier, the USA clinched the team title. So it'll be Puerto Rico in third. But the southpaw from Washington, D.C., the United States amateur champion, has had his problems with Dewitt Frazier. He has charged. Dewitt Frazier has just held him at bay. So it's a tough fight to judge, as the referee is a good one from the Philippines. An agriculture man in Luzon, Romeo Samudio, is looking on very carefully. 5 international judges: John Stockdale, Eduardo Thornberry, Angel Maldonado, Giovanni Perez, and Inio Lima. Next to last bout. Heavyweights will be next. Michael Bent and Dominic D'Amico from Canada. What improvement on the part of the Canadian amateur boxing team and the team of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico today, 2 victories. Canada with 2 victories. Surprising in one case. And now this bout, the welterweights are getting tired because both had semifinal bouts. Lattimore on Wednesday night, as did Frazier on opening night. Unanimous decision for Frazier, and also 5-0 for Lattimore. Remember, what they're battling for is the individual gold, which automatically qualifies them for the North American team that will compete at the World Cup in Seoul, Korea, November 1st. Dewitt Frazier in the red trunks, taller of the two, fought on the Jamaican Olympic team, was defeated in the quarterfinals, but lives in Bramalea, Ontario, Canada. Now showing the wear and tear, that split lower lip on the part of Frazier on the far side, and trying to score points and get a step closer to victory is Daryl Lattimore, 22 years old. Been boxing for 3 years. He is an action fighter, but he's met his match in Dewitt Frazier. Contrasting styles. There it is. Okay, here at Civic Center in Beaumont, Texas, in the North American Championships. We'll be back. Referee Romeo Samudio holding them apart now. They're both anxious for the decision. So are we. Let's go to the ring announcer.
On points, in the blue corner, Daryl Lattimore.
So Daryl Lattimore of Washington, D.C., coached by Pappy Galt, and the United States coaches, Ken Adams and Roosevelt Sanders, will be on the North American team that will go to Seoul, Korea in November for the World Cup. Let's take a look at the other winners today. Rafael Ramos upset Scott Olson of Canada. Then Eddie Cook of the United States defeated Ricardo Cepeda. Juan Molina over Jaime Pagadam. Nick Kokura showed his punching power in getting rid of Alicio Morales. Adam Garland of the United States over Dan Sherry of Canada. And then Canadian Egerton Marcus, 5-0 decision over Arcadio Fuentes. And there you see Kevin Bryant winning for the United States over Nelson Adams. 12 weight divisions here at the North American Championships, 1 to go, and that's Michael Bent of the USA and Dominic D'Amico of Canada. Here's John Olson.
It's an international final in the 201-pound division. In the red corner, representing Canada, Dominic D'Amico. Boxing out of the blue corner, representing the United States, Michael Bent.
All right, Michael Bent. He is big and husky. There is a weight limit here of 201 pounds. It's a heavyweight amateur class. And Dominic D'Amico, who lives in Montreal, is the 1985 Canadian heavyweight champion. In the tradition, hopefully, he says, Willie DeWitt. And he's going against United States amateur champion Michael Bent. who was born in England of Jamaican parents, came to the United States when he's 6 years of age and now lives in Cambria Heights, New York. 6'2", whereas D'Amico is 6'1". There were only 2 heavyweights entered in this North American Championship, so thus for each their first bout. And the United States having clinched now the team title earlier in the competition. They have a total of 30 points. Canada with 17, Puerto Rico with 14. And as we watch these 2 heavyweights move around, probably one of the most graceful men we've ever seen, diver Greg Louganis. It's just been confirmed that he is the first man ever in both indoor and outdoor competition to win the 1 meter, the 3 meter, and the platform. And we congratulate that Sullivan Award winner, gold medal winner, a great guy and what a talent. Greg Louganis. Right now, a Canadian, Dominic D'Amico, would be like to be as overwhelming in his division. Good body punch by D'Amico to the belly of Michael Bent in blue. United States victories today: Eddie Cook, Nick Kouros, Adam Garland, Bernard Price, Kevin Bryant, Daryl Lattimore, and Ben hopes to join them. And you'll see Bent, who works in a ladies' apparel shop when he's not boxing. He has a wonderful left jab for heavyweight as we reach the halfway point of the first round. Amateur rules, as we continue to point out, 3 3-minute rounds. Cornerman now off to our left, doing some shouting at Michael, who, look where he's got that left hand. Although he uses it to jab, but then he brings it right down to the hip. He's not going to draw a gun. He better get the 10-ounce glove up there to use it defensively and offensively. Dangerous, because D'Amico can punch. Inexperienced, but a fine puncher. Won the Quebec Cup in '84. He won the Albina Invitational in Bulgaria, winning by a knockout. Ooh, what a right hook thrown by Michael Bent of the USA. Referee is Thornberry of Peru. As we now look at the Canadian, D'Amico, does he have a cut under one of the eyes? Under the right eye. And Bent senses the damage done and picks up the tempo here a little bit. Michael Bent with the knee brace on his left knee, taking a good look, and it looks like a nasty cut under the right eye of Dominic D'Amico, the 23-year-old Canadian heavyweight champion. They'll get a look at it in about a second. In addition to the cut under the right eye, there's an abrasion along the left side of the nose of the Canadian heavyweight champion, amateur champion, Dominic D'Amico, fighting in the very last bout of a 12-bout card for the North American titles. His opponent is the U.S. amateur champion, Michael Bent of New York, born in England. Now he's got that left hand. Roosevelt Sanders and Roger Hayes of Wagner, Oklahoma, really pounded that point in that 1 minute rest. So he's keeping it up, and look at that sneak right hand. Beautiful. Flicked out a little jab, as he's doing right now. Now that hand is down a little low again. Remember, we said that D'Amico was inexperienced, but a fine puncher. Certainly got the arms of a blacksmith, hasn't he? Canada clinching second in the team title competition. And here is D'Amico trying to become a winner like his teammate Dar and Marcus. And Michael Bent, who in the National Sports Festival stopped Mike Morrell and then won a decision over popular Orvis Pugh. Bent's greatest thrill, winning the Golden Gloves at Madison Square Garden, and that had to be a thrill too. The standing 8 count. The cut is open, but the referee is giving him a standing 8 count. He comes back up, and let's see now. No, the doctor wisely. Dr. Ordonez of Guatemala is coming in to take a look at the cut. There you got a close-up view of it. There's the physician. Took a solid punch. Bent can punch. He's looking at the cut under the right eye and also the abrasion on the left side of his nose. And there is now a cut in the left eyelid. Referee Thornbury, there is a plea now from a game Dominic D'Amico. Don't stop the fight. Oh, and he comes over and says to Michael Bent, come on, let's go. Well, fans throwing the paper. It's just the courage of Dominic D'Amico, the Canadian heavyweight champion. But the physician, who is one of several who can stop a bout, did the right thing because there is a cut in the eyelid, under the eye, an abrasion along the nose. So it's a disappointed 23-year-old. He did not make the North American team, but Michael Bent did. And there is the winner, picking up another 3 points, but more important, since the team title has been clinched earlier, a gold medal and a chance to go to Seoul, Korea at 135 of round 2 here in the North American Championships. We'll be returning to the Civic Center here in Beaumont, Texas. But first, let's take a pause for this commercial. All right, you're looking at Dominic D'Amico of Canada. The fight was stopped by the physician from Guatemala, wisely so. You can see the really deep cut under his right eye and one in the left eyelid, along with abrasion along the left side of his nose. And needless to say, he wanted to win for Canada, but it just wasn't to be. And Thornbury, the referee, wisely called in the physician. Now Michael Bent has picked up another 3 points for the United States, giving them a 33-point total. Spend a Buck, the thoroughbred that's gotten so much publicity. Well, Spend a Buck has won the Monmouth Handicap, beat Car Danaska by a nose in a 1 1/8 track record. The time 1:46.4. Spend a Buck. It's the kind of horse you want to own. All right. Well, you can bring out that big smile, my friend.
Yes, I can. Good fight. I felt pretty good going into the fight, and it was also pretty good also, so pretty satisfied.
It has to be when you're sitting around. There were only 2 heavyweights in the competition, so you had to wait till this afternoon. That must get a little tedious.
Oh, yeah. When you see the guys fight last night and the night before last, I was so psyched up from those fights that I couldn't really wait to get inside and perform myself, so, you know, all paid off, though.
Well, for a young man born in England, came to the United States when you were 6. What did you think when you came to the United States? What was one of your first impressions?
The guns.
Oh, yeah?
And the people.
You mean the guns on the cops?
Right. I was kind of in awe of that, and, you know, people were so nice. New Yorkers. Just been great to me and my family.
Well, we're very proud, Michael, of you and that gold medal. We hope you'll get another gold in Seoul, Korea, November 1st.
I'd like to say hello to my dad in New York.
Okay.
Valley House, Queens. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Another of the winners for the United States. And we're going to, earlier today, we talked about punching power of Nick Koukouras. Only fighting 14 months, but I don't think I've seen any better quickness in both hands, especially the right hand. We're going to go back and show you the knockout. It was a blazing right hand, and I thought his opponent was seriously hurt. Fortunately, he was not. So the North American Finals, 139-pound class. Nick Koukouras in the white top from the United States, going against tough and talented Alicio Morales of Puerto Rico. Near the end of round 1, Koukouras landed a heavy punch that caused Morales to hang on. Then they got the 1-minute rest, and Koukouras, off his knockout win in the semifinal, appears to be concentrating solely on getting the knockout and not necessarily scoring points with cleanly, solidly landed punches. Like there. That was from a shove, not from a punch. Morales confused, but a standing 8 count is tacked on by Perez, the referee from the Dominican Republic. But remember, knockdown counts no more than a solidly landed punch. It's a lot more impressive, though, isn't it? But it was a shove. I did not see a punch. And there, though, however, is delayed reaction to an unbelievable shot. And when a fighter goes down and hits his head first, Hopefully the insulate, the padding beneath that canvas, took enough of the shock, enough of the absorbing qualities to cause no serious damage. Now being attended to one of the many physicians. This one, I believe, is from Guatemala. Let's take a look at this. Koukouras has a tremendously fast right hand. Let's see if that's what happened. The right thrown by Morales goes over the top, and there it is. It was right at the temple. Even though there was headgear, that was on the temple, and the delayed reaction, awesome. Let's look at it from another angle. This is America's Koukouras with the right hand cocked, jabbing again, a missed overhand right. As he ducked down, he came back up, and he was perfectly wide open, and a beautifully timed shot at round 2, 1 minute and 51 seconds of the second round. And we're glad to report, as Dr. Victor Ordonez was the physician in there, and he says at this point, his preliminary examination, Morales of Puerto Rico is okay. It's a gold medal for Nick Koukouras of the United States. The 20-year-old from St. Louis just turned 20 June 23rd. There he is, picking up 3 points for his own United States team, and he has a berth on the North American team that will go to Seoul, Korea, the beginning of November. Thoroughbred Racing, the United States has defended its North American team title.
Capital in the site of our boxing summit. Juan Kid Meza reigns as the WBC World Super Bantamweight Champion. He earned that crown last fall when he got off the canvas and knocked out Jaime Garza. It was a stunning upset and the culmination of a lifelong dream for a poor boy from Mexicali. But today, Kid Meza will face his sternest challenge from countryman Lupi Pintor, the former WBC World Bantamweight Champion. Pintor was forced to vacate that title after suffering a broken jaw and a motorcycle accident. But now he's coming back and looks to regain his rank among boxing's royalty. Meza versus Pintor.